Why did Hokusai paint a water wheel? The rotation of Edo, still present in Omotesando. Why did Hokusai paint a water wheel? In Hokusai's paintings, there is something drawn larger than Mount Fuji. It is the water wheel. Hello. My name is Mayumi Kagura. I record the quiet sensations that remain in Japanese landscapes and places through words and images. Today, through one painting by Katsushika Hokusai, I would like to look again at a place called Omotesando. 1. Hokusai was not a painter of Mount Fuji. Katsushika Hokusai is widely known as a painter of Mount Fuji. But when you look closely at 36 views of Mount Fuji is not always the main subject. It appears small, far in the background, standing silently. What Hokusai truly wanted to paint was not Mount Fuji itself, but the world that was turning beneath it. 2. This is not a famous view, but a place of work. What Hokusai painted was not a famous scenic spot. It was a place where people gathered and worked quietly, using the power of water. Grains were pounded, and daily life was supported. At the center of it all stood a large water wheel. This painting depicts a place on the outskirts of Edo, known as Onden. It was a valley lying between what is now Harajuku and Aoyama. The painting of this place is called The Water Wheel at Onden. This is not a landscape painting meant to show a landmark. It is a painting that makes visible, at a glance, how daily life and the economy were set in motion. Hokusai chose not people, but the act of rotation itself as the main subject. 3. Why a water wheel? A water wheel cannot turn without water and gravity. In other words, it is something determined by the land itself. Hokusai chose to depict not human intention or personal stories, but the mechanisms that actually move the world. That mechanism was the water wheel. 4. Why Hokusai chose this place? Hokusai did not choose a famous place, not a place people came to see or talked about, but it was a place that was certainly turning. Water flowed, power was generated, people worked. Hokusai continued to paint only such places, not places of spectacle, but places that truly supported the world. That was Hokusai's choice. 5. Omotesando today. The water wheel is gone. The river has been covered and can no longer be seen. But the valley remains. Today, what turns is not water, but information. What is carried is not rice, but meaning. Even so, the rotation that Hokusai once saw continues in a different form. 6. What Hokusai trusted. What Hokusai trusted was not power and not trends. He trusted what was turning. Water flows. Wheels turn. People move. Beneath all of it lie the land and gravity. That was all Hokusai needed to see. 7. Closing. When I stop in Omotesando, I sometimes feel that I hear the sound of a water wheel deep in my ears. It may be an illusion, but Hokusai might say this. As long as it is turning, this place is alive. Thank you very much for listening until the end.